What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love Snowfall, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now, today we're going to be talking about Snowfall Season 4. Will Franklin Saint save his boy Leon? So down below, I want you guys to let me know exactly what you think is going to happen. Do you believe Franklin Saint's going to save Leon, or will Franklin do the opposite and throw Leon up under the bus, get rid of him, and make a deal with Man Boy? We're definitely going to see what's going to happen in this next episode. I'm going to break it down for you guys, letting you know exactly what I think is going to happen. Now, make sure you checked out my Snowfall Season 4 Episode 5 What to Expect video is up right now. Also, check out my Snowfall Season 4 Episode 4 recap, which, man, you already know that episode was crazy. It was crazy. So let's begin. Let's talk about this topic of discussion. We know what happened in the last episode. Now, I'm seeing everybody pointing fingers. They saying, whose fault is this? I'm gonna tell you right now, we just gonna focus on the facts. The fact of the matter is, Leon, he took out a kid. We know that. That is the facts, right? Now, in the last episode, we understand the reasoning why Leon even went at Scully, because of course Scully and his boys came at Leon. We know this. You know, Wanda's shot. So, of course, you know Leon definitely wants to get revenge. No matter what, this is something that is going to happen. He's not going to go with no unanswered consequences. It's going to happen. He's going to come at Scully at all costs. He's going to find him. Now, if we really paying attention and be really just thinking about what's happening is this. Leon told Franklin Saint, leave Scully and Man Boy alone. Do not get involved in none of this, right? This is what he told him. So what Leon is facing right now is all the consequences of who? Franklin Saint's decisions. You know what I'm saying? Franklin decided to screw over Scully. These are just facts. This is not an opinion. You know what I'm saying? He screwed over Scully. These are the consequences. So now Leon has to deal with them as well, because regardless of what type of disagreements Franklin and Leon has, they are two boys at the end of the day. They're still up under the same organization when it's all said and done. Scully knows this, so why not try to take out Leon? Why not try to hurt Franklin Saint's organization? Now, let's get to another fact. Franklin told Leon to just stay away, stay low key, leave it alone. But you see, with the mentality of Leon, it's just not going to happen. He was already, targeted. You know what I'm saying? And as Leon told Franklin, this is all because of you. I told you to leave it alone. Now your problems is my problem, and I have to fix this. I got to get rid of him. I'm telling you right now, y'all, this is very serious what's going on with Franklin. His decision making this season, it is costing him a lot. And you know it's costing him a lot if his security guard, Lerp, wants out of this. I talked about this in the recap. Lerp is like, I'm out as well, because I'm cool with protecting you and stuff like that, but I'm not cool with taking down my own people. I'm not cool with going to war. And this is something that he does not want to be a part of. So, of course, you know what I'm saying, it lets you know how serious this event is. Now, when we get to Leon, of course, we know he had an investigator getting information on Scully's location. Leon wants to take him out at all costs. He wants to get back. Now, the shootout happens. And, I don't believe anybody really knew how serious it was going to get, right? I mean, because we was all just watching it like, okay, they going at it. They shooting. Okay, Leon about to get off on them. But what we did see, of course, was the aftermath of this shootout. And yes, a kid was taken out. Now, the people that live back in these days, man, a lot of people say this is how it used to be. We saw this time and time again, left and right, of kids, innocent people and kids being taken out. They ain't got nothing to do with it at all. I mean, I see people in the comic section say they are blaming Khadijah. People are blaming Franklin. People are blaming Leon. They're blaming everybody. Everybody's getting blamed for everything that's happening. And the fact of the matter is this. Leon pulled the trigger. Leon knows he messed up, regardless of who started it. You know what I'm saying? Because in this game, taking out kids is against code. Leon knows this. He feels bad. He feels horrible. But at the same time, remember, he made the decision to get involved in this. This is the lifestyle that he chose. This, unfortunately, comes with the territory. Things like this, oh, they happen, and they did happen, and they still happen to this day, right? So now Leon is suffering the consequences. These are the consequences of his actions. And this is all coming from the decision that Franklin Saint made by going up against Scully. But this time around, he has different issues, different problems. Because the girl, of course, that's Man-Boy's niece. And this is something that people forget. That's his blood, that's his family. So yes, it may be cool to go at Scully, but you don't mess with the kid. You see what I'm saying? So this is why Leon will be a target, because you took out a kid, and now everybody knows you took out a kid, which is going to create a huge problem for Leon, a huge problem for Franklin Saint. And this is why Aunt Louie was telling him, you have to give him up. Now, Uncle Jerome was like, nah, we got to protect him based off the trailer. But what we do know, Leon will be on the run. They made it seem like Franklin is going to catch him, but they didn't really show too much. Of course, we know Franklin got the strap on him. This, to me, is not a dream. We kind of didn't really know all the details when we first saw this a few months ago of this encounter right here between Franklin and Leon. But now we understand that this cannot be a dream, and that Franklin, he's going to have to make that decision. And let's just talk about that decision of him saving his boy Leon. Now, I think Franklin Saint is going to save Leon. Deep down inside, Franklin knows his decisions, his, reasoning on taking down Scully, going with Scully, picking Man-Boy over Scully, I guess, it's costing him. Let's just be honest, y'all. It is definitely costing him a whole lot. I mean, you got your boy Leon telling you to just leave it alone. You got Aunt Louie saying you should probably pick Scully because Man-Boy's going to come after you eventually. But Franklin decided to say, you know what? We going to go up against Scully. Screw it. Knowing how crazy he is. So at the end of the day, the decision came from Franklin Saint, and this is the consequences of his actions. And now, unfortunately, Leon is affected by this. Leon, of course, he has to take accountability of what he did. We know this. At the end of the day, we can point fingers all day long. But Leon pulled the trigger. He was defending himself. Leon did not intentionally try to take out a kid. Let's just get that out of the picture. He didn't try to do that. He didn't know that a kid was in the car, right? He didn't know this. And a lot of the times, people don't know kids are around, or innocent people, but sometimes people do, and they still don't care. So this is what I think Franklin Saint is going to do, or if I was Franklin Saint, what I would do. I have to get Leon up out of there. That's my day one. That's my boy, and I got to look out for him. I understand that my decisions put him in this predicament, and I have to get him up out of here at all costs. If I go down, I go down, because you know what? This is the lifestyle that I chose. And that's a lot of the times people don't understand that they chose this lifestyle, man. This is a hardcore lifestyle. When you're in the drug game at this level, and on top of that, it's a gang war going on, and you're choosing this lifestyle, what do you think is going to happen, right? It comes with the territory. Whether innocent people getting taken out or not, this is what comes with the territory, whether you like it or not. So now Franklin Saint, which I believe understands all this, all the things I just said, he has to make a decision. And I believe he's going to figure out a way to get Leon up out of the picture, right? Now, we understand that Franklin said he wants to expand this business. He wants to move to different states, cities, and stuff like that. So this is an opportunity that he can take and use Leon for. Take Leon, move him to a different state, far away somewhere, and let Leon handle the business elsewhere. But you have to get Leon out of this state, this city. He has to go right now, because if he sticks around, it's going to be a problem. Trust me, because not only do you have Scully coming for you, which he's going to continue to come, you're going to have Man-Boy coming. And if you don't take out Leon, if you choose Leon, and Man-Boy knows this, he's going to come for you, right? We know this. At the end of the day, regardless if Man-Boy decides not to come now, we know Man-Boy's coming later. Franklin Saint has made a decision to deal with the guy that's probably going to try to screw him over at the end of the day. He made a decision to cross a guy that he probably should have never crossed. Regardless of how crazy Scully is, one thing's for certain, and that is he was loyal. We know that. So now Franklin has to fix this, and he has to fix it now, because Leon goes, I mean, the show's going to lose a lot. But realistically speaking, stuff like this does happen. I don't think Leon about to go nowhere, but that's just me. I think Franklin's going to figure out somehow, some way to protect his boy, which he needs to. If that's me, I got to protect him. You know what I'm saying? This is the decisions that I made, and I will take partial blame for what happened because I decided to, screw over Scully. That's just me, though. I don't know what Franklin Saint's going to do, but hopefully he protects Leon at all costs. He has to. He has to put him in protection. I'm just eager to see how Franklin Saint's going to do this, because so far, and I think we all can probably agree on this, at least most of us, the decision making that Franklin has been doing this season, as far as dealing with Scully and Manboy and these gang wars, it ain't been the best decisions at all. It just haven't, right? It has not been very good for him. And that's just dealing with those guys. We still got decisions and consequences that's going to come with Teddy, that's going to come with Paul Davis. And this is just the beginning. It's about to get even worse, in my opinion. And based off history, as I always tell you guys, when we talking about these facts and about what was really going on back then, it gets worse. Plain and simple. It does definitely get worse, y'all. It's still the 80s. It's going to get worse years to come. The early 90s is going to be devastating. Now, I don't know if the show is going to stretch that long, but if it does, I'm telling you right now, if you thought what happened in the last episode was something, just wait until later on what's going to happen. But by then, I think they'll probably end the show. I don't think they're going to stress this show into the 90s and stuff like that. They're going to probably just keep it in the 80s and figure out a way to end it. But hopefully they do a good job at ending this, and maybe we get a Snowfall spinoff, because you get that feel that the show is coming to that end, and maybe they can spin the show off to something else. But as of right now, your boy Franklin definitely has some problems that he has to deal with. He has to protect his boy, and I don't think he's going to listen to what Aunt Louie is saying, at least in that trailer, what she's saying, and that's about giving up Leon. I don't think Franklin's going to do that. So far, he's been going against the grain, and I think he's going to do the same thing in this episode. But remember this, if they find out that Franklin, and that's if he does decide to protect Leon, if they find out about that, Franklin once again has to deal with the same consequences of what's to come. And this time, his mom may not be safe anymore. His father may not be safe anymore. And I'm going to end the video off on this. Aunt Louie definitely is not going to be safe anymore. Her or Uncle Jerome. It's just a matter of time before that happens. But you guys let me know, man. Leave your theories, predictions, everything down below. We still got some more Snowfall to talk, man. It's a lot of stuff that's to come, and I can't wait to discuss it with you guys. But thank you guys for all the love, all the support, and I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me get on up out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.